This is 100% why I say that this is the hardest beach in the world to metal detect on. One day you have these huge cuts, and then the next day, it's all sanded back in. The changing of the sand out here is just absolutely wild how fast it happens. So, we're gonna hope that this tide changes. I think it's going out right now. That means we have a shot at maybe finding some of those deeper targets. It looks like we got a cut here and about 3 or 4 more down the beach. We're gonna be on it. Me and Adeline are gonna go metal detect on the beach, aren't we?
Yes.
Yep. Right here on the Outer Banks, North Carolina, it's a fantastic low tide. It's our first day here. We've got a manicore, which is super exciting, and should be fun. So, looks like we even got a little bit of a beach cut. Who knows? Oh, we got an awesome place to hunt right now. First target with a manicore. I may have to change this. I'm on beach deep. I may have to switch to general, but we've got a really coarse amount of chunky shells, and it's really coarse sand here. So we'll, I think we've got a good spot just to walk out on the beach and start. Let's go over here to general. We're gonna have to work through this. This is gonna be a learning curve. This machine, if you watch the last few videos, has definitely been a learning curve for me. I don't feel like it should, but it definitely is. So, there it is. I almost guarantee that's what it is. Tent steak. I'm not sure why that was sounded like that, but it was deep, so. Tent steak or a, yeah, it's definitely tent steak. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. This is Gone Diggin'. We go out and metal detect it and treasure hunt and look for lost things. And if you're new to the world, this is the Outer Banks of North Carolina, also known as the graveyard of the Atlantic. Now, during time over the colonization of America, ships wrecked all up and down this coast, one after another, after another, after another. Because this is a barrier island, it means that all the sands here shift and move quite a bit. So while you may see a lot of sand up here, you may not have very much sand down here. You come back the next day and boom, the whole beach is sanded in. Looks like we've had a couple good storms with the hurricane season, and maybe we have a chance at something good here. But historically, because of the coarse nature and the shifting sands of North Carolina, this place is difficult. So we're gonna go to the most populated areas right here in front of us, all the way down to Jeanette's Pier, and we're gonna go do some metal detecting and see if we can find some of that lost treasure from the graveyard of the Atlantic. So today's machine and tools of choice are the MineLab Manicore with the 11-inch coil, a cheap generic sand scoop, and I got a fines pouch, which I'll show in a little bit. Now, I'm not super great with this machine, so today we're hunting it in beach general. We're gonna adjust the settings as we go to maybe get a little more depth if we can hear some deeper targets. If not, we're just gonna try to put this coil over the most area to maximize our chances of getting into a target-rich area. So let's go see what we can do. A little all over the place, but this is the first good target I've had, and to be expected. It actually sounds pretty good. It's like a 64. I don't know what that means. Pretty sure I centered it up in the middle of the hole the right way. I like to go around all these targets 360 degrees. That tends to help. And maybe another big piece of iron that's just a mile down in the ground. But I hope not. Let's try. It sounds like it's in the middle of the hole. is it that over there? Yep. Look how deep that fishing sinker was. Holy smokes. That fishing sinker was, I mean, yeah, over a foot down. Now I missed it, but gosh, that just goes to show you if you're gonna find a gold ring, that's how deep it's gonna be. Way down there. So I told my wife that's what I want. And she said, what do you mean that's what you want? You want deep lead like that? And I said, no. But lead has the closest density to gold as anything in the world. So deep lead means possibility for deep gold. And unfortunately, that was a really deep piece of lead. So it means you're gonna have to hit a piece of gold just right. There's another one. Now that one's not nearly as deep. So if we're in a deep sinker patch, this is where we're gonna stay. Oh, we got it. Let's see if I can get you guys down here. Should be right here. We'll go for the pinpointer because it's fun. There we go. First coin of the trip. Man, that's tough. Now this is my very next target, and I want to investigate it because now I think I'm understanding it. But investigating every target helps you understand the machine so much better. 1315. I tested my wife's ring, her wedding ring out, and it came up as 1315. So maybe it's that pull tab right there. Well, that kind of makes sense. That's a good target. Got another one right here. A little bit of a patch. Let's get this one while we're still going. It sounds way too shallow. That's why I was kicking the top. Yeah. There we go. I see another penny down there. Let's see if we can get that together. All right, another modern penny. Let's go. So now I'm here for about, I don't know, 4 days. Versus breaking this up into multiple days, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run all as one long episode. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. That way you can catch this episode when you want to come back. The goal would be try to get close to an hour, if we could do that, of just metal detecting content. That's a beautiful rock right there. And maybe the way that we end day one. I'm not real sure. We got a little ways to swing back to, and yeah, let's go from there. Okay. Here is the difference a day makes. Let's kick some shoes off. And the wind has changed. We're also waiting for a tide to go out. What is this? Well, that's bad. That's the top of a railing. But look at this. Now our beautiful calm beach is absolutely getting hammered by this changing wind. So I'm hoping we got a cut. Look at that right there. We got some beach cuts forming all the way down there. Looks like we got a good spot to hunt. This is 100% why I say that this is the hardest beach in the world to metal detect on. One day you have these huge cuts, and then the next day it's all sanded back in. The changing of the sand out here is just absolutely wild how fast it happens. So We're gonna hope that this tide changes. I think it's going out right now. That means we have a shot at maybe finding some of those deeper targets. It looks like we got a cut here and about 3 or 4 more down the beach. We're gonna be on it. All right, first target of the day. I'm gonna try to shield you from the wind noise, and if I can't, I'm gonna have to just voice over it. So iron mixed with the high tone. A lot of iron in here underneath this. There it is right there. First one. Amazing. Amazing how beach cut will change things. All right, I got a 32 here. It's out. It says it's right there. So maybe, oh, that's exactly what it is. Man, I thought that was gonna be gold. It's way too light, way too high. That's okay, that's okay. This is not easy. But look at the material that it's in. It's in all this coarse shell material. So that is saltwater full tones. Recovery speed at 1. All right, we're gonna try this cut. Then we're gonna move, probably move back down that way. Go up underneath some of those areas that have opened back up since the tide's gone down. I also find that when you're hunting beaches that are this difficult, coil control is an absolute must. If you cannot get your coil all the way down to you're almost scrubbing and getting your machine stable, then you're gonna miss targets because things are deep. It's just what it is. I really should be hunting with the 15-inch coil. That's another thing that's so important about hunting a beach like this. Coil selection. There's a nice bright high tone. Coil selection is paramount for these kind of things. Let's see if we can get it together. I think we're gonna get it together. Oh, maybe. 3rd scoop's a charm. Fourth scoop's a charm. Sounds like maybe it's a fishing sinker. Let's try this way. Man, that thing is bright though, whatever it is. All right, that way. Got it. There it is. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is, and it has been down there for a long time. It's a big old piece of copper. Wow. The other cool part about this beach, because there's so many shipwrecks, that could be shipwreck material. You just don't know. It could also be a piece of a house. That's so loud and bright. All right, now we got a little spot to hunt. Let's see if we can get something out of here. Down deep. Next one's a deep fishing swivel. I thought that was going to be gold. It was small and tight, but that's okay. We got a signal right there. Anybody guess what that is? I bet we got it. First scoop. First scoop. Let's see what it is. That's a new one. crazy hot tub. There it is. A vape pen. Is that a vape pen? Yeah. It's a vape pen. Hey girl, look at that trash. Gross. So that's the hole I pulled that vape pen out of, and it's so deep. That's a fairly light target. It just means everything is super deep, and the real hope that I think you're gonna have is finding something off the edge of one of these cuts where it's fallen out of the sand, and now you have a chance to pick up something that's relatively shallow. It's not gonna last long, a tide cycle, and it's gonna be so deep you're not gonna be able to reach it. All right, Outer Beach, Outer Banks, Beach Day 3. Now, we got the Manicore. I did a little bit of research, trying to get this machine as stable as possible on the beach. So what I'm running is tracking on beach salt water, and we're running recovery speed at 3. Got a target there. Sounds little chunky. Sounds a little deeper. Sounds like we got it. Hey, how about that? There we go. Look at that. First quarter. So that's already made a difference. How about that? It's a silver quarter. 1971. Not silver, but we'll take it. We're on our 3rd low tide, so that's really awesome. So we got plenty of beach to hunt here, and it's going to be a good day. Good 2-hour session ahead of us. There's another one. Man, maybe we get a deep quarter spot. That'd be great. So my next goal now that I've got my machine pretty stable, and I think I've got it the way that I want to run it, at least for a little while, is to get to a populated area where there's a higher probability of drops. You have stuff all in front of these little condos here, but the goal would be to get in front of that, in front of these bigger places with like beach hotels and stuff like that. So that's the way we're going to work. Super hot, 88. That means it is super shallow. Yeah, we already kicked it out. There it is, another quarter. That's what we're talking about right there. That means we're at the depth. Nice green quarter. That's a 20, 25 or something. I don't know. 20 something. Cool. This is something right here that a lot of people don't notice on beaches, but there is a significant amount of black sand on this beach, and it makes it extremely difficult for any metal detector to be super stable unless you're using a pulse machine, which I think a pulse machine would be absolutely fantastic here, but probably you'd dig holes 100 feet deep to find a coin or even a piece of lead or iron. So really not the best, most appropriate tool. It would be fun to do maybe once and then move on. So I thought maybe that was a piece of iron. It must be a big, deep piece of iron. Nope, there it is. Holy smokes. Sounded good, then it didn't sound good, then it sounded good again. That's a good one to get off the beach. Ah, that would wreck someone's day. But look how deep that thing was. Alright, we got us a 51. Seems fairly reachable. Let's hope it's a good one. Definitely still down there. Still there. Got her out. Because of my last target, I will not be kicking these kind of signals that much. There it is. A beautiful piece of aluminum. Melted. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Just shows you how much sand is here. Alright, I got a 58 down in here. Really scratchy. There it is. Sinker. First round grab. Oh, we got this piece of silver. There we go. Let's go. I'll take that. Holy smokes. It's a big silver feather earring. I bet that's an Mark 925. We'll take that. Sinkers in gold, or sinkers in silver. That's cool. That's really cool. It's definitely the right color. So, all right, we got something on the trip. Gosh, this place is hard. But maybe we're in the right spot. I actually think we're in the right spot. The sinker came from over there. Got a piece of iron over there that sounded real funky. Had a piece of brass on it. And now I got a silver earring. So maybe there's a light gold chain here. Took all the work we had, but we were in a patch. We got a patch and we got something right here. I think this is probably gonna be a coin. Yeah, penny. That's all right, I'll take it. Right in front of this cut right here, so it should extend down there. We got about a half dozen targets in here. We got something to work with. I just got an ultra deep nickel. I mean, that thing was way down there. And it read up at 28. So, there we go, first nickel. That's pretty good. Right beside my nickel. What is that? Dime. Really deep dime. It's another coin. Let's hope we moved it. We got her. Says it's right in there. This spot is going to be gone because the tide is going to smoke it. There she is. That's a deep penny. Wow, look how green that one is. This is where you should find some old gold in here. So these settings seem to be the most stable. Definitely gives you the most ideal targets. Gosh, it's another really deep coin. We're using the running the tracking on with this machine, which I'm typically never doing on a pulse machine or a lot of older machines. So that's worked really well. Then the other thing that has been a positive is running this saltwater beach or saltwater diving mode. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but that has helped a lot. Combined with tracking and adjusting the sensitivity no more than 21, 22, plus lowering or adjusting my recovery speed between 1 and 2 has really helped a lot. 1 seems to make the machine a little too unstable, but I'm still pulling really deep coins with either 2 or 3. So you got a Manticore, maybe this is for you. If you just like metal detecting, maybe it's for you too. That's kind of my problem right there, is a wave comes by and gives me a little bit of a false, so it kind of slows me down, but that's okay. All right, I wasn't gonna record this, but I see something down there. I'm not real sure what it is. Is it gold? Daggone it, that doesn't look like it's gold. So just a junk ring. Sometimes low carat gold can ring up. It's heavy. Is that gold? I think that's junk. I've seen low carat gold sometimes though. Wow. It's like a 9 carat, get all crusty like that. Whatever it is, it's been down there for a long, long time. That's cool. Managed to get a ring out of this. That's below this cut, in between here. And when I came through the first time, I was down lower. So I completely missed it. And a ring for the day. How about that? That's nothing but attrition. Just putting miles on the beach and looking for all the right spots. Yeah, that's another high tone right there. Sometimes you miss it by an inch, you miss it by a mile. Let's see what that is right down there. I'm betting that's a quarter. Nope. That's a dime. A green dime. There ain't no way we got 2 in a row. What is that? Ah. What is that? It's like a piece of a fishing reel. Okay. I was like, there's no way we did 2 in a row back to back like that. Interesting. That didn't sound good at all. And that's because it's a rusty copper earring. How about that? Again, super, super deep. Now we're on it. All right, so this little patch right here has produced some coins and now 2 pieces of jewelry. It means that we're still mid-slope, and it means that I'm gonna have to try to come back tomorrow because I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to really put in here. And I think that there could be a gold ring, or at least another ring left in this little spot. It's a lot of targets. I can't imagine if we could take a foot of sand away. But we can't. So we won't. We just have to turn the machine up and listen harder. Man, some of these things sound so good. So there it is. That's the end of our beach metal detecting adventure, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, consider throwing down a like or a thumbs up or whatever one of those things are down there, and coming back again for another one of these adventures. I know we've been lapsed on what we've been doing over the summertime, but we've got a lot planned in store, and we want to have you along with us. So thank you for watching. Until next time, my name is Matt. This has gone Diggin', and we'll see you right here. Later.